how cool would it be to have some insight on a place you were thinking about moving to? Pensacola is such a cool area, and last week, DC Reeves, the mayor, had a speech about really the city and where things are going, and where we're coming from and things like that. And so I wanted to be able to explain to you a few of them, okay? And what makes this area a place that you should move to. So I'm down here at Bruce Beach, and this is just one of the really cool things that the city did is they revitalized this whole area. Right over here, right by the stadium, they put millions of dollars to build this area. There's a really cool walking trail, and there's volleyball behind me, but also there's a really cool playground for the kids right over there.
This place is awesome.
One cool thing I love about this area is obviously the water. And one thing that they don't or they have not utilized our waterways that much. You know, there used to be cruise ships and things like that that came in here, but now they don't do that. Our port really doesn't get used like I think it should. You know, living in San Diego, the port there was thriving, right? Obviously. So we are now the home of American Magic, which they just won the America's Cup, which is so awesome. And you're gonna see some really cool videos coming along here, but they are building a 55,000 square foot center here. It's gonna, I think, provide, you know, 100 or over 100 jobs, high paying jobs. But the cool thing is that the American Magic is going to bring a whole nother element to this area. So if you like to sail, if you like to be outside, if you like to be on the water, this could be an awesome opportunity. We are members of the yacht club. We just had our Christmas party there. And so we love being on the water. Yes, we're not sailors, but we love to be on the water. So utilizing all this water back here in the bay is super, super important. I think it's gonna be pretty awesome to see what that brings to this area when it comes to the sailing community, but also what is that going to do? I mean, if you look at some of these sports that are really popular in Europe, right? You got F1, you have sailing, you have soccer. They're really getting more popular here in the States, right? You have more F1 races here than there's been in a long time. And now you're gonna have this kind of sailing and it's foiling, which is really, really cool. I mean, these are multi-million dollar sailing boats, and there's gonna be some really cool regattas that are going to be coming to the area. So having American Magic here is going to be one of the coolest things to have for the area. If there's any questions that you have about what's going on in the area, we'd love to answer them for you. You know, feel free to call, text, whatever. You know, my number's in the chat. My number's 850-637-8622. If you want to know about what's going on, hit me up. We'd love to answer the questions. We've been helping people from YouTube for years. We love it. We love the opportunity. So while making this video, we're talking about the city of Pensacola, okay? We're not talking about Escambia County. We are talking about the city of Pensacola. So one cool thing is we were ranked number 4 for the safest city in the country, which is pretty darn awesome. Hey, bud.
Hey, bud.
Woo. Number 4 for the safest city, and we are in the top 10, like the best small cities in the country, and also top 10 for retirement communities. Now, I agree with the other two. I haven't seen that many retirees, not like South Florida, but I think that's pretty cool to be able to rank in those for the safest city and one of the coolest, smallest cities, which I totally agree. Now, one thing I really, really love is how much downtown has grown and what they're doing to this area. They are building walking trails that are phenomenal. So they have some really cool ones in Gulf Breeze proper, but they are planning to build a walking trail from here, Bruce Beach, which is over by Joe Patty's. If you don't know what Joe Patty's is, check out that video. But this walking trail is going to connect the waters. It's gonna be really, really cool. And it's gonna go from here all the way to the 3 Mile Bridge. So what does that do for our community? It gets people out, it gets people walking, it gets people being part of the community. So if you're one of those people that like to get out and you like to walk and you like to walk along the water, I mean, how beautiful is that? I'll tell you, I love every morning I leave my house and I drive along the water. It's so cool. But having a walking trail from Bruce Beach on the west side all the way down to the bridge is going to be pretty awesome. So I think that's going to be a really cool point to this area that you got to check out. You know, we're growing. It seems like I travel, I don't say a lot, but every time I travel, it seems like every city I go to, they're doing construction on their airports. And we're about to be one of them. One thing that's been really, really annoying about this area is not having that many direct flights going into places. But you know what? Soon that's going to change. We are building a whole new airport. We're building a whole new terminal. There's going to be 5, 6, I believe at least 5 more gates.
The airport will add 5 new gates to accommodate more daily flights.
And so what that's going to do is that's going to bring in more people. That's going to bring in more tourists. That's going to bring in more people that are going to make this city thrive. But also it's going to make it so much easier for people that live here to travel, to go see your friends, your family, your kids, your grandkids, whatever. Or you want to go on a ski trip, you don't have to go through, hey bud. You don't have to go through, 6 different cities to get somewhere. We went down to Key West right before Thanksgiving. If you didn't see that video, check that out right there. But it was really weird. We flew from here, we flew to Charlotte to go down to Miami, or flew from here to Charlotte down to Key West. Now, when we came home, we flew from Key West to Miami and back, but that was just pretty annoying. So it'll be awesome when we get that bigger terminal. We get another terminal. The renderings for the airport are awesome. So I just can't wait, but that is just big positive things that are coming to this area. So another cool addition is right over there in the parking lot in front of, well, actually not the parking lot, but actually in one of the grassy areas in front of the Wahoos. They are going to be building a Hard Rock Reverb. So little things like this that are pretty cool that just make me so happy to know that where I'm living is thriving. We're moving forward, and some people might not like it, but to have that kind of growth is important. We have such a thriving downtown. You have to have hotels. You have to have really cool, swanky things like that to make people come here, but also make you want to stay. Hey, you want to do a little staycation? Hey man, staying at the Hard Rock right down by the Wahoo Stadium will be cool. But then also for all those people that are coming in, now they have an extra place to stay, which is super important. So when you think about buying real estate, no matter if it's going to be your primary residence or if it's going to be a second home or just an investment property, you want to hear things like that. You want to hear that there's going to be things for you to do. Right? You want to know that if you're staying, that if you have a place here, when you have friends and family coming to town, that there's ample place for them to stay, to where it's not just they have to stay at the beach. They can stay downtown. There's a lot more going on downtown, a lot of cool hotels and some rooftop bars. There's a really cool rooftop bar that's gonna be coming on top of Pensacola Little Theater that I'm really excited about. The footprint of that looks pretty awesome. But having these big hotel chains, things like that, just shows that, not only are we getting a Costco, but we're getting a Hard Rock, and we have some really cool things that are just an extra reason for you to come here. One thing I love about this area is that we are also thinking about affordable housing. The city, they are planning and they're trying to do things to help that issue with affordable housing. There are sites that have been put into place. As you can see, this one right here, Pensacola, this little old rinkety lodge hotel over off Cervantes, this is going to be used for affordable housing. And they're trying to do things to help that with the community. I mean, this is something that the whole country is dealing with, and dealing with affordable housing. Now, is the amount of units they're going to put up going to solve the problem? No. But it is good to know that the city you're moving to, or the city that you're interested in, cares about that. At least I like that. I feel that, hey, the city I'm living in wants to provide affordable housing. They want to help with that problem. So I just want to leave you with that. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully we hear from you. If there's anything we can do, hit us up. Bye.